All right, y'all, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. Hopefully, everybody is in positive energy. We're about to get in this reading and see what's going to come out this week. We want to first give a shout out to Otter Spirit. Otter Spirit is a good place that you can go to get crystals. As you can see, I have on my rose quartz on my arms, and then, of course, on my necklace, I still have my rose quartz and my green jade. Rose Court is all about self-love, man. It's the more you learn how to love on yourself, to appreciate yourself, to understand your worth, you have self-acceptance, self-respect. You know, the moment that you get those things and you stop looking for them externally, you end up finding the love of your life. And so Rose Court is just not all about bringing love in. It's helping to heal you. It's helping you to process. It's helping you to rethink things. Rose Court is really good for self-love. Make sure you check out Otter Spirit. The link that you're supposed to copy and paste into a browser is going to be in the description. Once you go into the description, it's going to talk about the video. After that, it's going to have my website to my stand store, so you can sign up for readings, and then it will have Otter Spirit link and their discount codes. Make sure you take advantage of that and use these discount codes. Use these tools in order to manifest what it is that you need. Especially with the way the world is going, get you some green jade. Get you some green jade. You need to bring in prosperity and abundance. Love and money is the two things that we manifest more than anything. And it comes to those who know how to use these tools and to keep a clear mind and to focus. Stop speaking negativity over your life and start speaking those positive things. And so shout out to Otter Spirit. Check out their website. The link is going to be in the description. I know everyone was asking about my date. The date was good. I had someone come from a different state, and so they came for the weekend. We had a really good time, hung out, it was a really good time, but it opened your eyes to a lot of things too. Because, one of the things I want to talk about, Elijah is such a stalker. He watched he watched me on every social media platform. He listened to all my videos and everything. We have a really good, healthy relationship. And he was like, "Oh, I seen your post." He was like, he sent me a text when I was on my date, and he was like, "Good luck." And then, we had a conversation the next day, and, this is what I want to talk about. You got to understand that when you go through a breakup, especially a divorce, it affects the whole family. Not only do you have to process and heal and, go through this, the kids is going to have to go through that as well. And Elijah, was like, I've always trained him to be, very outspoken, what some people would consider, disrespect, because back in our days, our parents didn't allow us to have a voice. They didn't allow us to state what was on our mind. They didn't care about how things affected us. That was the time that they grew up, that a child don't have a voice or anything like that. That's not how I raised my kid. I want my kid to have a voice. I want to know what's on my kid's mind. And when I say that, like, I really want to know what's on his mind. I don't want him to just say the things that he thinks that daddy want to hear. I don't want him to say the things that he think that is going to please daddy. I want him to say those things that might ruffle my feathers a little bit, something that make me, process and rethink things. I want to know the truth. And so, Elijah was like, "I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're getting back out there." But he was like, just know I'm still rooting for the old team, and he was like, he's rooting for me to, get back with the ex. And, normally, some people will take that time and dog the ex or say something bad. Let the kids have their moment, because the relationship that I had with my partner is completely different than the relationship that Elijah had with my partner. And so you never want to put yourself in a position that you try to take their image of what they had away. If their image was good and their image didn't bring trauma and it didn't bring any negative viewpoints of the other person, then don't implant that into your kids. Like I told Elijah, I was like, "Elijah, what you desire is understandable. That's normal. That's normal for somebody your age. This is the only person you knew. This is the only person that raised you. this person gave you everything. You had a good relationship. And so it's like, I would understand why you would say something like that, and after you acknowledge and validate their feelings, never say anything that you don't mean. Don't give a promise that you really don't want. If you know that this is somebody that you are never going to get back with, then say that in a nice way that they can process it. You can always say, like I told him, I'm like, Elijah, if the opportunity present itself, at the time, I'll see what I would do, but I'm going to make a good choice that's going to be beneficial for me. And you can keep it that simple. Kids have feelings. They experience something too when you were with that person. And so it's like, don't rob them of their viewpoint, especially if it's a positive viewpoint. When you have a negative viewpoint of the person, don't rob your kids of that. Let them have their own mind. Let them process the things that they want to process it. And so it wasn't any tension. Like Elijah said, is I'm happy for you, and I really want you to go out there and find happiness. But he was like, at the end of the day, just know I'm still rooting for the ex. And he was like, at the time, he was like, I don't want to meet nobody new. And it's like completely understandable, which that's not my rule anyways. My rule is, I do not introduce anybody to the kids until I have been in a committed relationship for 6 months. And so if we're talking for 3 months, those 3 months don't count. Once I'm in a committed relationship that we said that we are going to be committed to each other, that's when the time start. And then from there, I wait 6 months. And then after that, I'm like, okay, now let's take it to the next phase of introducing to the kids. I don't think that nobody should rush, meeting the kids. Number one, you got to make sure that the person is going to be ready. And then you have to make sure that your kids is going to be ready too. It's a balancing act as a single parent, because as much as I understand why you want to rush to merge things, because it makes everything easier when you can, go out and you can have your kid and your partner. But it's like, at the end of the day, do not rush that. That is the worst thing you can do. Keep everything separated. This entire weekend, it's been a balancing act where I would go out on a date, come back home, cook for Elijah. We'll clean the house together, get the altars together and everything. I would go back out on a date. I would come back home, spending time with Elijah, watching TV. Today is Sunday. He has this outing that he goes to from 5 to 7:30. And so I'm here for that. And, it's, all those things is a balancing act that you got to balance both. You still got to balance and separate family, and you still got to balance you getting yourself back out there. Don't be quick to merge those two, y'all. Keep them separate. Keep them separate until the time come. My thing is I'm good on my 6 month rule, and I don't break that. Give it 6 months. Once you've given it 6 months that this person, you got a handle on it, it's committed, that's when you can introduce to the kids. I always told myself as a single parent, I never want to be that parent that, my kids is like, man, daddy introduced me to everybody. Daddy was dating this person, then that person. No, Elijah only know one person. And eventually in time, he's going to eventually end up seeing me with someone else. But it's like, no, I think the same way we should go about introducing introducing somebody to the kids, it's the same philosophy with introducing someone to your parents. Out of all of the people that I have dated, only one person met my parents and all of my brothers and sisters. And that was the person I married. Any relationship before that, they never met my parents. I always make sure that this is solid, that this is somebody I want to be with for the rest of my life before making that important decision, before presenting them to mom and dad and my brothers and sisters. And, I remember we did a whole big road trip because it's 16 of us, y'all, all from the same mother and father. So, we drove to Virginia to see 2 of my sisters out there. Then we drove to North Carolina to see my sister out there. We did a whole road trip. Then we went to Arkansas because majority of the family is in Arkansas. And then from there we went to Arizona because that's where we stay and that's where my twin brother is. So, my partner met every single person before we got married. Met mom, dad, brothers, sisters. I made sure everybody knew who I was marrying. And so, I'm very strict when it comes to rules like that. I don't like just strangers meeting my parents and my brothers and sisters. I do not like strangers just meeting my kids. I got to get to the point where after those 6 months of being committed, it makes me a little bit more comfortable. All right, thank you, Igun. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Ola Dumaray. Thank you, Ola Room. Thank you, Ola Fee. I don't know if Ola Fee. Bless this reading. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Remember, divination is confirmation. Only take what resonates. If it don't resonate, don't force it. We're starting off with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is all about the past, and you got it paired with the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody from the past is getting ready to invest. And remember, keep in mind when it says somebody from the past is not always the immediate last person you messed around with, that you were in a relationship. Somebody from the past can be somebody in your elementary school that you haven't seen in years. It can be anyone tied to the past. And so keep your mind open to that. It don't always have to be that, the last person you were with. Devil card here. What is the challenge position? What is the challenge position? Okay, we got, what's this? How was it inverted? Does this person want the Ten of Pentacles? And you got the Two of Cups here. This person wants this, but there's some delays here. You got somebody from the past that is trying to come back. Six of Cups came out very strong. Six of Cups is all about somebody from the past. It don't have to be that last nappy-headed ass nigga that you were with, in order for this to resonate. This could be anybody from the past. It doesn't mean that you had sex with this person already. It doesn't mean that you have had any type of relationship with this person. It's just somebody heavy from the past that is thinking about you and that's trying to come back. And they have the clarifier as the Seven of Pentacles. This is someone that's ready to invest. This is someone that is heavily ready to invest. When I look at the Seven of Pentacles, it reminds me of, Moses with the burning bush. Because, when Moses was presented with the burning bush, the bush start talking. And, even though the bush is not on fire here, the Seven of Pentacles, it always remind me of that moment, because you have this bush with all these pentacles, and one of the pentacles just rolled off, under this man, in between his legs. And, this is the thing that makes him pick up that pentacle and then wants to invest. It's taking what the bush gave him and, taking that to, plant a seed and to actually invest in something. And so I say that to say that this could be someone that is spiritually guided towards you. This is someone that they are reminiscing of the past with you. This is someone that could be having dreams of you, that you are constantly in their dreams every single night. This person is thinking about you during the day. And this person can be seeking spiritual guidance of why they are being pulled and drawn towards you. And as this person is, seeking the divine in order to get those answers, this person is presented with this bush, which is the representation of the days of Moses. And, that guiding light is saying, here, take this pinnacle and do something with it. So somebody from your past is being tasked with taking this pinnacle and investing. It kind of reminds you of the parable in the New Testament where Jesus gave three men three different amounts of money. And the first man said, well, I took your dollar and I invested it and I turned it into $2. The other person said, well, I took your, 50 cent and I gained a quarter. And so now I got 75 cent. And it was the last person that said, well, I took your quarter and was mad that he had the less amount out of all. And he said, because you only gave me a quarter, I just held on to it and I didn't do anything with it. I didn't invest it. I didn't do anything. And of course, that parable said, well, this last person is the wicked person. You took something that I gave you and you took something without gratitude. You took it without being thankful and grateful. And because of that, it showed in your results by you just sitting there and holding the blessing, that you didn't invest it, you didn't water it, you didn't give it sunlight, you didn't do anything for this thing to grow. And so this is someone that is getting closer to the divine, that the divine is telling them, here, take this pinnacle, take this seed, and do something with this seed. Now we have in the crossing energy, this person is definitely taking this advice because they're in hermit mode. This is someone that is going internally and they are trying to tap into spirit. They're tapping into the ancestors, that they are trying to get an understanding, and they got that light in their hand, that they are being guided towards you. This is someone that is willing to go through the darkness. They're willing to face their shadow in order to get close to you. You have, as the clarifier, you have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords can be seen as a negative card because it talks about trickery, but the Seven of Swords also talks about being extremely strategic. This can be very similar to the Knight of Pentacles because the Knight of Pentacles is very strategic. And you have it paired with the Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is the testing of one's faith and is being very close to what it is that you desire. And so as this person is in hermit mode, that they have their staff walking towards you and this light is guiding them towards you, this is someone that is strategizing how to get back in. This is someone that is trying to, strategize of, okay, how do I get back into your life? And this person is being tested on if they truly, really love you and if they desire you, because the Nine of Wands is all about a test is getting ready to come. Whether this is someone else is going to be presented and this person have the choice to go with this other person or to come back to you. The Nine of Wands is all about the testing of your faith, that this is spirit saying that, look, this is what it is that you asked for. Now let's see if this is truly what it is that you want. Now you will have this person from the past come back and you will have a fuck, and it's like, which one would you choose? You would choose which one over the other, where it's testing what is it that you want. You say that I want somebody long term. I don't want somebody that's only going to want to come in and fuck me and use me. And so spirit will give you both. Spirit will give you the faithful one, and spirit will give you the person that that's community property, just to see which one you will choose, to see if you will be true to what it is that you asked for, or will you divert from it and end up getting something that's the complete opposite of what it is that you asked for. The Nine of Wands is all about a test that's going to come, that's testing the very words that you're putting out in the universe. And so this person is being very strategic. They're very close to success. And this is someone that is definitely tapping into their spiritual side, because this is someone that has gone internal, both in the overall energy as well as in the crossing energy. This is someone that's doing a lot of internal work. You have, as the crowning energy, which is the current energy, you have the Three of Cups here, and the Three of Cups can represent a third party. That, this could be someone that's already in a relationship, and that's one of the dilemmas here, is that this person is in a relationship but they're thinking about you. You have paired with the Three of Cups, you have the Strength card, which talks about passion and it talks about taming the beast. You know, with these two cards put together, this could be someone that parties. This could be someone that parties a lot. This could be someone that drink a lot, especially with the clarifier being the devil card. The devil card is all about addictions. And so this person, one of the things about this person could be a heavy drinker. This person can be a heavy partier, and this is one of the things that this person is trying to tame. This is one of the demons that they're trying to conquer in their life, is that, this person have to learn how to stop drinking so much and learn how to stop partying so much. The strength card is here, which is a major arcana, which is helping to strengthen this person in this weakness that, they will get out of this over partying and over drinking. You have in the challenge position, you have the Two of Wands, but the Two of Wands is in reverse. The Two of Wands, when it's in the upright, is all about an anticipation. But when the Two of Wands is in the reverse, it talks about personal goals and it talks inner alignment. And so it's once again talking about how this person is, really stuck, inside, you have the Ace of Wands here in reverse, and the Ace of Wands, when it's in the upright, it talks about having a lot of passion. But when it's in the reverse, it talks about delays, a lack of, motivation, a lack of energy, a lack of passion. This is someone that's being weighed down. And so this is someone that's definitely being weighed down about this decision to come back, because this could be someone not knowing how to come back. This could be someone not knowing if you're going to accept them or not. But at the end of the day, this person wants something serious. You have, as the clarifier, you have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is stability. This is long-term energy. It's just like the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is investment. It's long-term. It's not looking at the now. It's looking at, how do I get you for the next 20 years plus? And you have it paired with the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is all about love. It's all about a love relationship. So this is someone with definitely some serious stuff on their minds when it comes to you. You have the Sun card at the bottom of the deck, which is the happiest card in the deck, and underneath this you have the Magician. This is something that someone is trying to manifest. So you have someone from the past that's wanting to come back. Let's see what the first oracle card is going to say for the overall energy. For the overall energy, we have partial truths, only sharing part of the truth that benefits oneself. And so this is someone that could come in and only give you part truth. They're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to open up about everything. But this is still somebody that is ready to invest. This is someone that's wanting to invest. Let's see what the oracle card is going to be for the crossing energy. So this person is not going to tell the whole truth. You have keeping up appearances and acting like everything is fine. This could be someone that's going through a lot of stuff and they're not opening up. They're not opening up about what it is that they're going through. They're not going to let you know the misery and everything that they have been going through. This is someone that's going to come in and they're going to give you part of the truth. And this is someone that's going to keep up appearances, that they're going to keep smiling and everything in front of your face like, everything is okay. This is someone that is, to me, they're not going to come in with a sad story. This is someone that's not going to manipulate you with a sad story and saying, woe is me. These are all of the things that happened to me. I want you to feel sorry for me. No, this is someone that's going to be carrying a lot of pain and they're going to try their hardest to hide this pain from you. This is someone that's going to come in with part truths. They're only going to tell you part of the truth. They're going to keep up appearances. They don't want to tell you everything that's going on in their life. This could be a lot of pain that is being hidden. You have unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their truth. So now we have a crowning energy that somebody is getting ready to speak their truth. But this could be their truth of how it is that they really feel about you. And you have the oracle card, the real story. The true story will come to light. This person is getting ready to let you know how much they feel about you. You know, now when I look at the card at the bottom of the deck, you have crossing paths, talking about a destined connection. But let's see what the last oracle card is going to be. Arterial motives. Someone may be getting close to you with hidden motives. But this hidden motive is that this person want to evolve with you. You have the card at the bottom of the deck. You have joint evolution. It's saying you and others are growing together, supporting each other. And so, and this reminds me so much of the love sigil. It goes out like that, but it curves inward. No, it curves outwardly. It just reminds me so much of one of the love sigils that I use. And so this is someone that's definitely in love. This is someone that, they're coming in with pain. They're trying to hide their pain by, keep smiling at everything. This person is going to come in with the truth of how it is, of what it is they really feel about you. And, this person is going to let it out. This person is going to let it out that these ulterior motives, they're not nothing bad. This is just what this person truly feels is getting ready to come out. This is someone that could have been hiding what it is they truly feel about you. And now they're getting ready to let you know. Those feelings are getting ready to explode. You have perception. This person is looking at things from a different perspective in the overall energy. You have the crossing energy. You have that this person is very confused right now. It's very in and out, hot and cold energy. This person is bluffing, hiding what it is that they truly feel and what it is that they want. But this person is ready to come in with an apology. Even though this person is trying to hide a lot, this is someone that's going to come in with an apology. What is in the cards for the crowning energy, spirit? You have rejection. This person thinks that you're going to reject them. This person, deep emotions that they think that you're going to reject them. That is one of the biggest fears that is holding this person back, is that they think you're going to reject them. You have withdrawal. This person has been withdrawing because of this rejection. But this is someone at the card at the bottom of the deck, beautiful. You have chemistry. This person sees you as beautiful. This person sees you as having a lot of chemistry with. So this is someone that definitely want to come back in. This is someone that's, that's feeling you. You don't have any bad emotions out here. This is someone that has been hiding what it is that they truly feel. But they are ready to come in. Let's see what this person feels about you, specifically with the tarot cards. Remember, somebody from the past that's not always the immediate ex. It could be anybody from your past. Don't just limit it to just that one nigga. What is it that this person feels, Spirit? What do they feel about them? You have the Magician. This person sees you as magical. This person sees you as wearing many hats. Many hats. This person can see you as someone very spiritual, that you can manifest whatever it is that you desire. This person is seeing you as someone very powerful, as the Magician. This is someone that sees that, you hold power, that this could be someone that speaks with authority. This person sees you as magical. It can, working with the elements. This could be someone that practice alchemy in some type of sort, because this person sees you as the mastery of all of the elements, because all of the elements are here. You have water with the cups. You have wind with the swords. You have earth with the pentacles. You have fire and magic with the wands. You have universe that's over their head. You have the staff, which is giving you authority. This is someone that sees you very powerful. You have the clarifier as the Six of Wands, and this is someone sees you as victory. This is someone that's ready to claim you. This is someone that's ready to speak, positively about you. This is someone to let the world know that, hey, I'm with, this magician. What is this person next move towards you? What is this person next move towards you? But this is definitely someone magical. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. This person next move is to invest. This is someone that's getting ready to make some type of leap. This is someone that's getting ready to make some type of leap to let you know that they're ready to invest. Even when you add up the cards from the overall energy, you still get seven. The Six of Wands and the Magician, that's seven. So the Seven of Pentacles is very strong here. And so this is someone that's going to invest. You have the clarifier as the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is all about competition. This is not taking no for an answer. Whew. This is not taking no for an answer. Let's see. Up now, I didn't mean to shuffle, but now we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. This is someone very strategic, coming in very strategic. So we got 777. 7 could be very important for somebody. 777 could be one of the numbers that this person has been seeing. This could have been the angel number that's been speaking to you, letting you know that this is what's getting ready to happen. We got what they feel. We got what they're going to do next. What is the future of this connection? You got the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is safety and security. Ten of Pentacles is the overall energy, what it's going to clarify. The Ten of Pentacles, you got the Fool card, which is a new beginning, and you got the Knight of Wands, which is rushing in. You got heartbreak at the bottom of the deck, which is what you don't see coming. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords could be the energy that's carrying this person, that there could have been some type of heartbreak here, but you still have that Page of Pentacles. The page that this person picked up from the seven of Pentacles, and this person is going to take the seed and they're going to invest. And now that, look, it turned into the Ace of Pentacles, and now we have movement that's getting ready to happen. We have an awakening that's getting ready to come, and this person is going to be seen as the King of Wands, and you are being seen as the Queen of Cups. And so this is going to end up coming back together. Someone is somebody from the past. Doesn't mean it's the last nigga you were with, but it is somebody from the past. Only take what resonates. This is love that's getting ready to come back together. Some type of love relationship is getting ready to come back together. Once again, shout out to Otter Spirit. Check them out. The link is going to be in my description. Soon as you go in the description, it's going to be the description of the video, and then it's going to be the link that you can order your crystals from Otter Spirits. Get your crystals. With so much stuff that's going on in the world, we need as many protective devices as possible. Let's use these tools and everything to manifest the life that we want and get ready for this change to happen. Love is getting ready to come in for somebody. Embrace it. Tell Spirit to guide you, and tell Spirit in everything that you do to always give you protection and wisdom. All right, y'all, I'm out. Take what resonates.